Welcome to this tutorial created by the NGO Tara. We are homes for more than 60 kids in New Delhi. With classes being online, our kids are more and more in front of the screen, and we wanted to protect them and restrict their access to adult content. We're happy to share with you how we have set up our computers, hoping it can also help you protecting your own children. The first thing we have done is change the DNS in our router using the DNS offered by OpenDNS Family Shield. OpenDNS is a Cisco company and it offers pre-configured DNS to block adult content. You just need to set it once. DNS are kind of the phone book of the internet. If you are using the configuration of OpenDNS, the website referenced as adult content will be blacklisted and will not load. On the website of OpenDNS, you can see how to configure various routers, and we will show you on the video how to configure our own router, which is a Nokia. We are here on the website of OpenDNS, and here are the DNS we have to set up in our router. So if you go here, you will see that OpenDNS is offering explanation of how to configure a lot of routers. In our case, we have the router from Nokia, and the address to access the router is 192.168.1.1. Most of the routers have a similar address. The username in that case is admin and the password is also admin. I logged, and now I'm going to set up the DNS accordingly. So in that case, the setup is done here. So I just need to copy this first DNS as a primary DNS, and then the second DNS as a secondary DNS, and I save. This will reboot the router, and nothing else has to be done. So let me show you what happened when we try to access adult content website. So for example, this website, which is quite clear of what is it, the kids will not be able to access. The DNS of OpenDNS unfortunately doesn't block the image on Google image, for example. So we need to take extra actions. One of the actions we can do is set up Google in safe search mode. Safe search can help you block inappropriate image from your Google search. The safe search filter is not 100% accurate, but it helps you to avoid most violent and adult content. If your kid is small, we recommend the first option, which is simply turn on the safe search filter on. But if your kid is older, we recommend the second option that we are going to show you. So the first option, very easy to do, is just to go on google.com/preferences and turn on safe search. And then you can just save. Now if you go on Google and search for any content, you will see this safe search on the right side. The problem of this first option is that it's very easy to remove. You just need to click on turn off safe search. So there is a second option, a bit more complicated to set up, where you will map Google domains to forcesafesearch.google.com. In that case, it will be much more complicated for a kid to remove this redirection. Let me show you now how to force all users of this computer to use a safe search filter. As you can see here, the safe search filter is not on. First, you need to open the notepad as an admin. So you can search here notepad. Sorry, the computer is in French, and you have to execute as an admin. Then you have to open the host file of Windows. Usually the address is this one, and open as a block note. Then you have to check what is the address of search google.com, the IP address. So for that, you open the command and you ping force safe search dot google.com, and you will get the IP address here. So most of the time the IP address is this one, doesn't change much. Then you will need to add the IP you have found, so this IP, so for us is this one, then google.com hashtag for search, and then you have to add the same for all the Google that the user are going to use. So for example, our NGO is in India, so I will add also google.in, and I'm going to save, so just Control S, the host file. Now if we close Chrome and we reopen, and I'm going to search something, the safe search mode is on, and this will work for all the user, and it will also work for Internet Explorer, for example. So if I open Internet Explorer, Edge, sorry, and I search something on Google, this is Bing, sorry. So it's not working for Bing, it's working only for Google. So I'm going on Google and I search, and the safe search is also active. Another easy thing to do is to set up your YouTube account to restricted mode. YouTube has a restricted mode, very easy to set up. It is linked to the user or the explorer, not to the YouTube user. But not, it's also very easy to remove. So here is how to set up the restricted mode on YouTube. So you just go on YouTube and you click on these three dots, and you can click on restricted mode, activate, and that's it, nothing else to do. But it will be linked only to this user on top right. So you can connect with different accounts here, like all your kids can sign in, but the user on top has to be the same, otherwise the configuration will disappear. So if, for example, I open with another account where the restricted mode has not been set up, it's a bit slow. Up, if I click here, you'll see the restricted mode is off. So to avoid your kids to use other accounts, and like this you can be following exactly what he's doing, you can block all of our accounts on Chrome and also the guest users. By following this step, only one Chrome user will be possible. If you are a school, for example, you can block all the computers with the same user. And like this, with the synchronization system, you can, for example, see the history of all the computers or install a plugin on all your computer in just few clicks. You do it on one computer and it will synchronize on all the computers. Chrome, I have the option to add someone or to use internet as a guest. We want to remove these both options. Like this, we can control better what the kids is doing. So for that, I'm just going on the command and I run it as admin. And I just need to write these two command. And what it say basically is that on Chrome, I don't allow to browse as a guest and I don't allow to add a person. So now I'm just going to restart the computer and you will see what happened. So here I have restarted my computer and now if I go on top right, I have only the people who were registered before I did the procedure, but I cannot go on Chrome as a guest or I cannot add any more people. If you want to remove and be able to re-enable guest mode, you can just follow these steps. It's exactly the same. It's just that this time you have to put F here at the end instead of 0. So the last thing we wanted to talk about is YouTube Kids. So YouTube Kids is provides a more contained environment for kids to explore YouTube, and it makes easier for parents and caregivers to guide their journey. So what we can recommend is a plugin named Redirector, which will redirect the YouTube page to youtubekids.com. So every time the kids try to go on YouTube, actually it will end up on YouTube Kids page. Redirector, you just need to go on Chrome extension, Web Store, and search for Redirector, or here is the exact link. So, and you can just click on add to Chrome. So here it's already installed, so it proposed me only remove from Chrome. So here is the extension. If I go on edit redirect, here you can see how you can set up the plugin to redirect all the YouTube page to youtubekids.com. So if you can also, for example, enable storage synchronization and click here. So all the computer connected to this account will have Redirector installed and synchronized with this option. So you are sure that all the computers in your home are redirecting YouTube to YouTube Kids, for example. But you can do the same with other websites. You don't want your kids to go on it. So I'm going to show you how it works. So I'm going to switch on the Redirector. Enable. So now it's on. And if I go on YouTube, it goes directly to youtubekids.com. So youtubekids.com, you will have to make a quick setup for parents, and then you can add your kids. And when the kid click on his profile, he will see only kids content. And you have a lot of setup you can do if you don't want the kid to be able to search, for example. We have finished with a quick training to show you what you can do to protect the computer and your kids from adult content. Please visit our website to discover our NGO. And also, of course, if you have other tricks to protect our computer, do not hesitate to drop us a message. We'll be happy to improve our security. Thank you very much.